Hello, my cha-cha time listeners. This is my first time ever doing this, so I do not know what I'm doing. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and go on. This is live, allegedly, but this is supposed to be alive, and I'm going to be discussing the Real Housewives of Potomac season 5 reunion part 2. Okay, and also getting into some other discussions that I will simply just upload. But yes, I am going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac reunion season 5 part 2. Now, Sunday night was an epic failure after that grand part 1 that was epic success. Part 2 was epic failure, and I was so mad. I was screaming mad at the TV, like screaming mad at the TV. But anyway, it starts off. I thought, okay, well, we're gonna finish with the burn book, with the binder and everything, and we're gonna see Giselle fall all out and cry. But no, that did not happen. So they finish up with the burn book and swing his big deal in Atlanta, but it Andy did not let her have the brunt of that big receipt. He did not let Giselle or Godzilla, as I call her, and Storm call her, and I really like that he calls her uh, Jezebel, and I think that's the perfect name for her, Jezebel. Okay, but anyway, she goes on with this. He did not give her that brunt. The brunt that he would give anybody else that had just received such a big receipt like that. And so anyway, it goes on to him calling out Monique and Samuel's finance, which I did not like. He made a comment toward Karen about the disdain of her husband's penis. I did not like. Then he also went on to um, put Candy in the hot seat again. I mean, Candy has been in the hot seat several times, okay? Several times Candy has been in the hot seat. And I don't know, um, not Candace, I'm sorry, but Ashley. He put Ashley in the hot seat. He didn't put Candace nowhere. Baby fired her, but Ashley was in the hot seat. And I was sick of Ashley being in the hot seat with her and her husband relationship because guess what? They seem to be cool with it. So it's like on with the next. Okay, when you get something more devastating than reported, it's the same old, and she keeps coming up with the same old, lies and like scratch y'all off, and she really does not care. And I see Ashley and what she's doing. I mean, I don't care. That's what she's feeling. Like I don't care. Leave it alone. And so she's not giving them what they really, really want. It's to basically just tear her marriage up, destroy it, and everything. But she's like, you know what? Yeah, I knew, and she just wipes it off her shoulder. Go Ashley. But he came for them three. Now here, Robin had a whole tax situation, and that has not yet been brought up. And for a matter of fact, that was the golden opportunity when he brought up that little income that Monique, you know, so eloquently brushed him off. And she really did. She brushed him off so eloquently. And like I said, here he comes, like talking at the side of his mouth. But that was a golden opportunity right there to smash Robin. Robin got off with those ugly prints in her hair. She took so long coming back. She should have came back a whole new, like got a whole new wig or something, because that was just a complete disaster of a mess. But so much has unraveled since this reunion. Okay, so much has unraveled. As Jamal say, real time. But we know that this show was filmed a year ago, which makes it even more pointing it to call out Candace still crying over a wig twist, okay, a wig shift. And I'm still trying to find out where did she bang her head. I mean, people seeing stuff that I didn't see, and then maybe it's there. I mean, I feel as though I'm being gaslighted. I'm like, where did she bang her head at? I'm like, I go back and watch the clip just because I love to see the part. I'm human, and so is Monique and anybody else. When somebody is pushing you and pushing you and pushing you, you sometimes you can walk away, but not all the time. Somebody constantly barking like a little chihuahua, an annoying chihuahua. I would rather hear my neighbor's chihuahua going at it than to hear Candace constantly barking and then saying, drag me, drag me, drag me, drag me, drag me, drag me. And then, I'm tired. I don't want to hear it. So I know how I am, and I know Monique is a Libra, and Libras, I'm a Libra. We're pretty, we're down to earth, and we're good at, holding down friendships, and we're good at that. But we're so annoying and easily to be pushed. And that is something that I do have to work on. But at the same time, we're human and we cannot be like Monique gang me hood. Monique hood, she hood. I just been seeing comments that she hood and hood rat. And I'm trying to figure where is she hood and hood rat at? I know what that is. That is straight jealousy. Monique is that kind of woman when she enters the room, she don't have to say anything. She don't say anything. She shuts it down. Just her very presence. She shuts it down. And Lord help when they find out her background, that's even more proof of the demonic spirits in them to say, see, that's why I said don't like her. Give her that look. And so, and Monique's beautiful. She has everything. She has the husband and the kids and the animal, and she has it all, the houses, you know dare to dream, that's what they want. And so, and I congratulate women like that. I was just on Buffy's show this morning. I was like, I congratulate, black excellence. I congratulate anybody that's doing something. But I congratulate black excellence. Why would I get jealous of something that you're doing and you have when you're inspiring? I seen a post, and I gotta find this post that it said when a real woman enters the room, it's inspiring. Another one should. I gotta find that post because I saw that, and I can't remember who site it was on, but I saw that, and I was like, oh, that is so true, because it should be like when you in a room, it shouldn't be like jealousy, a jealousy thing. It should be like, oh my God, I was inspired to be like her, or just work on your move, be your own boss, and make your own boss moves. But these women, I'm telling you, they're something else. And Giselle did not like Monique day one upon her entering that show. She did not give Wendy any of that. But I'm gonna tell you why they didn't give Wendy any of that. It's not because Wendy has a lot. No, she got 5 degrees. Yes, and I'm very happy for her 5 degrees. But must you beat us across the head with it? No. And D. John Hopkins school or whatever. You shouldn't beat us across the head with that, okay? We know you have it. We know you have it. We know you have it, okay? We know you got those 5 degrees. But um she does not have what Wendy does not have what Monique has. So Giselle, even though that's her soror, she did not feel it wasn't that she, on her because she was a soror. I mean, I know a lot of sorors that don't get along, but it wasn't that she was a soror. It's that she didn't have anything to feel threatened by. She was basic like her, bitter and basic. BBB, bitter, basic. The word that rhymes with witch. So they're bitter, basic, and that word that rhymes with witch. So she didn't have a reason to feel threatened. She had no reason to feel threatened at all. However, she felt threatened. Okay, she felt threatened. And then it was just that, you know, I don't know. I just look at this, and I really just did not like how they were gaslighting her. Everybody was teaming up on Monique, Andy, and questioning her finances, and he mentioned about that small chick money. Like, no, I just love how she handled it. No, no, that chick does nothing for me, huh? That's basically play money. I mean, it's what she basically saying. I play with that money. I buy Birkin's bag. I don't probably ain't for the no that shit. She but it's like I can buy Birkin's bag with that. Oh, that's play money. That is not anything that gas money, play money. Maybe some money go towards my podcast, but your little chick ain't doing nothing for me, boo boo. But those were her actual words. But in retrospect, it's basically what she was saying. That money is play money. And no, me and my husband, we're doing good. And he didn't like that. White Jewish man that has this show and wants to tear down black women. He did not like that this woman has all this confidence, you know, and this black woman, just like Nene. He doesn't like that Nene has all that confidence. And I'm getting ready to get on that too because, you know, I was through with Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I told you I was going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, but I'm so mad that part two. I just simply said I don't know if I'm gonna watch part three. I think I'm just gonna listen to everybody else on their platform talk about it, and if it sounds interesting, then I may go look. But I was so mad from two, and then I know some of the husbands they're not gonna be there. Like some of the husbands will not be there. Some of the husbands will not be the main husband that should be there. They're not there. Okay, they're not there. They're absent. Okay, they're absent. So and I'm so glad Chris was there for his wife. And this the way they edited because something Andy said like sit down, Chris, or something. And so I'm wondering is that what Mister that man that's down in Atlanta swinging his big D all over the place. I wonder is that what he was alluding to because we know he was taking the words from um, Jezebel. That Storm called her Jezebel. We know she was taking. We know he was taking words from his ex. So, he wasn't there. He should have been there to support her. He should have been sitting behind her. Like I said, the ones that should have been there, they're not there. Michael, I guess he's tired. Michael, I guess he's saying, look, I know they're going to talk about me smacking on a butt and a man's butt and being in the bed with that girl at the hotel. I don't want to hear it. So I guess he said, you're on your own. Bye. And I mean, I can see why you every year you're in the hot seat every year. But Michael, you do give them something to talk about. But every year it's the same old, same old. So I guess Michael said, "Look, you on your own. Bye, deuces. I'm gone. Me and baby, whatever he is, whatever that great lie that he was." And of course, Mr. Magic Don One wasn't there, and I'm not talking about the real Magic Don One. I'm talking about Mr. Magic Don One who knows how to put that magic spell all over that girl, that gal that's called Robin. And he's not there. He will not be there. Okay. So after this big grand proposal in which the wedding will never happen or take place, look like to me he would be there. Like I mean, I thought he would be there. I thought he would be there in support of his newly again proposed woman. I thought he would be the fiance to support his newly proposed fiance, and he's just I don't know where he is. He just vanished. I don't know where he is. Maybe he babysat. I don't know, but he will not be there on part three. Okay, maybe he didn't want to face that tax question. That tax question. Yeah, that's something there, honey. But that whole thing about Robin's tax should have been brought up. And I know it's not going to come up in part three unless it's some more of the burn book to come about. But I'm just thinking that we're through with the burn book phase, or they may have edited. They're good at editing. But I did like, however, how the the producer, the production team, I call them the background people. I like how every time Monique said something, they had like proved her point, like the slow motion of the hand, going all up under her chin and everything, and that glass, that broken glass, and the wine that was in her face. And then they sitting there. I hate when people do that because people in this walk of life will try to make you feel crazy when they know something happened. I hate that. And they call it gaslighting. And I think that is just something of the devil. You know, that whole gaslighting thing, it's a devil's thing. That whole gaslighting thing is definitely a devil's scheme. It's a devil's game. So, and they sitting there trying to make her seem crazy. Like, that did not happen, Andy. That does not happen. Yes, it did. And then the production is showing the video. I'm saying, well, look like somebody should have met at the table with the production team and said, even though you have that footage, do not show it. Okay, do not show. But yet, I'm so glad they didn't, because it made Andy look like a fool, and we already know them other gizzards look like idiots. So it made Andy look like a fool. So Andy, you losing grip. And I used to love Bravo. I said I'm always be a Bravo holic. I am not anymore. I am going to go to uh the anonymous class, and I'm going to state my name. I am Charlie Anderson. I am a Bravoholic, but not anymore. You have to first admit it. So I'm going to take those 12 steps, and they're going to be a good leap, because I'm through with Bravo. When I say I'm going cold turkey on Bravo, I'm going cold turkey on Bravo. No more. I mean, we got to shut this down, which is leading me up to Monique, leading me up to Nene. Okay. Nene is boycotting uh, Bravo. Okay. There's a whole video about boycotting Bravo. And I'm going to see, can I find that? But it's a whole video on boycotting Bravo. Nene wants to boycott Bravo, and I don't blame her. And I knew when I was listening to Michelle over there on ATL, um, back here when all this stuff was going on, when they was in negotiation with Nene and everything, and I kind of felt like Nene was not coming back. I felt like Nene was not coming back at all. So um it was already some people like, well, like, let's boycott Bravo, let's not watch. But I was saying I'm going to watch because I want to watch Real Housewives of Potomac, because at this time when all that was going on with the negotiation, uh, Potomac was in get ready to premiere. And I said, okay, I was like, I'm just sitting in the chat like, I'm gonna watch, because I gotta watch Real Housewives of Potomac, because it was saying this season was gonna be epic. Of course, I was waiting on that very scene when Monique shifted that girl's wig. Okay, so I'm like, well, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch this. So I was kind of like in the chat, just I didn't get quiet. I mean, I typed it in her chat. I typed it in Monique's in Michelle's chat, like, I'm going to watch. And people like, I'm not watching. I'm through with Bravo, and I'm like, well, I'm watching. But I tell you what, I will not do. I will not watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I said that on this platform, and I said I wasn't gonna watch it. It was making me yawn before I even got to watch it. And when I started watching the first episode, my TV got to glitching, y'all, and stuff. I don't know what was going on, but it got to glitching, and I said, you know what? I'm sick of it. It was boring anyway. And I was sick of looking at masks, because I'm tired of the masks, because I didn't want to watch nobody wearing the mask. I just did not. So it had been anybody else I would. I said, I don't want to watch this. Bye, next. And so I literally turned it off. And I haven't watched one episode. I don't know what episode they on, Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I kept my word, and I wasn't going to watch. However, I wanted to watch Real Housewives of Potomac, and I did. Now we're up to the part where Nene is boycotting. She's boycotting um, Bravo. And like I said, I am here for it. After Sunday night, I'm definitely here for it. Now, if Sunday night, I guess you saying now, you talking out two sides of your mouth. Now, Sunday night had been epic, then I'd probably be like, well, Nene, okay, I will help you boycott Bravo, but I have to watch Real Housewives of Potomac. But now, since they talking about potentially firing Monique, then heck no, I don't want to watch. Monique is the reason why. Monique and Karen is the reason why I watch the show, and I like Ashley this season. Motherhood has changed her, but Ashley still has her ways that's hitting there. But I do like her to an extent. But Karen and Monique are the only two. And Karen, I will not be watching in support for you, because to me they're gonna either gang up on you, and then they'll be out to get you to start gaslighting you and eventually push you off the show, because the more the merrier. So it's a lot of them versus you. You will have no help unless they will bring somebody on like Monique, you know, um, that would be in, that would get their britches in heat. That would make them all hot and bothered, like, oh God, I gotta get rid of this black chick. Then it'll start up a whole nother drama again. But then it'll be the same old, because then they're gonna do her just like they did and is doing Monique, and I'm not for that. So no, I will not be watching. Now this Mothers Against Violence, I'm coming back to Nene. This Mothers Against Violence issue here. This Mothers Against Violence. Okay, now they're petitioning Bravo to get rid of Monique due to the fight. Okay, this has to be somebody that's in connection, in cahoots with that Jezebel woman. I mean, or Candace mother. I want to say something else here. I really did, but Candace mother. Okay, her mama, and it's got to be one of those. It has to be one of those, or that Wendy girl. Okay, her. It has to be one of them three that's in cahoots with somebody with this MAV, Mothers Against Violence. Now, I'm gonna say this about Mothers Against Violence. There are real issues out there, and I said this morning on Buffy's live. There are real issues going on out there in the world that you should be handling. For instance, children in these homes with these abusive parents. There's a recent case, okay, a recent case where a child was tied up, not being fed, eating feces, and God knows what else. But the story's still unraveling, I mean, unfolding. So, they trying to keep it on the low because, once again, DCF and CPS has failed at children, failed at their job. Now, you go back and you look at some of the other cases in which I'm going to start talking about on my platform as well. Gabriel, and there's Adrian Jones, the little boy, poor baby that was killed by his mom and stepmom, and his remains was fed to the pigs. That was the worst case, and his case is the worst case ever, besides the baby with the rotten pampers. But his case, because that baby was not fed to pigs. The thing that's with Adrian is that Adrian never even received a proper burial because his body was fed to pigs, and not even a memorial service was held for Adrian. That was the worst case ever. But now Mothers Against Violence is up here looking at a freaking TV show where a woman that acts to be dragged, and it was some petty crap going on, and you want to come at Monique because she shifted her wig? Because I haven't seen no banging on the table, and y'all not gonna see and tell me, nobody gonna tell me that she banged her head on the table. If it did hit the table, it's because of reaction, because physical, the movement. But I don't understand why Mothers Against Violence will be so proactive into stopping something, stopping someone from being on the show. That's a pointless statement when we have kids out here in abusive homes. Those cases, they're not sealed. So that means you and I, me, all of us can look this up and find out who they are and what's going on with this case, and why you have not intervene in saving this child. But that's not what Mothers Against Violence want to do, because Mothers Against Violence mean they're against violence for anything. Go work with some people, with some women who are in abusive relationships, with some men, or some men that may be in abusive relationship. There are elderly homes around here with people in there abusing elderly people that family has set them aside. That's some real stuff. You can go fight, and you don't even have to advertise and tell us. Just go fight, okay? The good fight. There's people out there that really are, but MAV, Mothers Against Violence, said, well, we want to come against this show and take Monique out. For what? When there has been plethora of things that happen in this housewife franchise, where you have people. The girls on Real Housewives of Orange County. I think they were the daughters. That was a real catfight brawl there. Show did not get dismissed. Nobody was barking up Bravo tree saying, "Get those girls out." Nobody. Teresa and her whole fiasco. She pulled that lady's ponytail. Drinks been thrown in people's faces. Um, Teresa also pushed Andy Cohen out. Well, nobody protested to get off. She's still on there. She went to jail, came back. She's still making money. She was arrested. And you can darn near say on her job because guess what? They got footage of them going into the court. So she did not lose her job. And I'm confused. I'm so confused. You know, Fights that happen on these shows. Bethany foul mouth calling women out of their name. I mean, come on now. If you're gonna fight that, then you might as well fight and say, I want the whole Bravo Housewife franchise shut down. And I'm telling y'all, we can shut Bravo down because that show. I don't know if you all remember. I'm on the bandwagon with Monique here. I really am. And I mentioned something to Buffy this morning. So something may be in the works. And I'm so glad because I want it shut down. We can shut it down. We have the power. We turn our TVs off Bravo. That's just it. We cannot support Bravo at all, period. Don't even watch their ads. Don't even watch their um, YouTube little videos and stuff that they pop up for teasers and stuff, the little trailers. We can shut them down. We have the power. We're the people. We're the ones supplying them. And I'm asking for all people, black and white, because fair is fair. And, it's not fair because there are fights that happen on not just Housewife franchise and Bravo, Southern Charm, Below Deck, those rude guests that come on Below Deck. Come on now. I mean, let's be real here. But Mothers Against Violence, you need to take your energy and just shift it, and I will be on your side. Shift it towards helping kids in these homes. We got to do something about DCF and CPS overlooking these cases and sending these kids back into these abusive homes. I mean, Gabriel, he was telling in and everybody about his abuse. And he still ended up in their home. Police came and put him in the back of the car and said, if you keep lying, we're going to arrest you. And then maybe a week later, that baby's dead. But Adrian Jones, the worst of them all, he never got a proper burial or memorial because he was fed to the pigs. And this baby spent hours upon days upon hours in an abusive home, locked up in a shower with a wood with a trying to plywood trapping him inside, and he had bruised lips because he started to eat the plywood. Come on now, Mothers Against Violence. This right here is petty. This is entertainment. Okay, this is entertainment, but shut out the entertainment. There's some real stuff going on behind closed doors. Behind those closed blinds, closed doors, there's some real horror and terror going on that we should be fighting. Not this mess on Bravo. Because what we want to do with Bravo is just shut it down. Okay? And that's why I want to talk about that because I'm going to do more about that too on this platform because there's something got to be with DCF and CPS with these cases and these kids coming up dead. But Mother Against Violence, let's get together and work on that because this right here is petty. Okay, leave this alone. This is petty crap. Leave Bravo alone with trying to find Monique and let's just shut Bravo down. Period. How about that? Let's just shut Bravo down all the way down. That means let's get every last one of these franchises, every last from Southern Charm, Below Deck, all of them. Get all of them heated in their pants so they'll see, oh my God, this is bigger than what we think it is. Because it is bigger than what they think it is. Okay, the rabbit hole goes deep. But Monique, not Monique, but Nene is, you all, she is definitely out to stop Bravo. Okay, she's out to get Bravo And I do not blame her, okay? I do not blame her. And I signed the petition last night while live on ATL with Michelle. I signed it. I surely did. And she has teamed up with um, Benjamin Crump, and they had a discussion that night, okay? And I watched just a smidget of it, okay? I watched a smidget of that discussion, but I was gonna try to find it and air just a smidget of it. But it was really interesting, and they brought out some very important highlights about Bravo and the franchise of Housewives, and just not Housewives, like I said, the other shows too, Below Deck, Southern Charm, all those shows have had fights. And then here's Kim, who allegedly used the N word. You know, she used it and retracted. She recanted. She used it. I don't say she recanted it. She retracted herself. She tried to say she did it, but she did. Okay, she used it allegedly, and you know she don't want to film with them again and stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know how she did her and her husband did the production team pushed them. Darn near made one of the guys fall. If he did not fall, he almost fell. Now they was dragging Nene for pulling that guy's shirt. Well, what about the big football player husband of Kim, big country corn-fed boy, um, pushing that guy? And like I said, I'm trying to remember, did he fall or almost fell? And I know he said, hey, and pushed him. They cussed him out and everything. And she gets a whole show. A whole show. And it should look very stupid. Candy them should look very stupid. Any of the other black housewives should look very stupid because the white housewives, they get spinoffs. They get spinoffs and you get nothing but a little, what they call a little smidget of a spinoff, make it a little like a premiere of a wedding, like that's it. You don't get a whole spinoff. You don't get a whole show that we can just tune in to you. You don't get that. But yet you sticking with it because you gonna take that little check and tap dance the way they tell you to tap dance. I teach and I'm just gonna be honest. If it's something that's just not in my, you know, jurisdiction, I go all out. That's one of my videos, fans. I go all out for my students. I'll tutor, I'll do whatever. But if it's something, when I say something that's not in my jurisdiction, means something outside my boss, somebody trying to get me to do, I know what to say no. I know what I need to do legally wise. But you all get on here and tap dance for them $2.50 and go waste it on Birkin bags and all this label stuff, and then flash that mess on TV, and and you look pathetic. You look pathetic. You look really, really pathetic. And it's time out for tap dancing. We are out of that era, of that circuit mess. We are out of that. We're out of that era. We out of that. We should be. We should be. So, like I said, it can be done. We can shut Bravo down. We can shut Bravo completely down, okay? We can shut it down. We can shut Bravo down. And I want to shut it down. I want to shut Bravo down. And I know other people want to shut it down. I want to shut Bravo down. I'm tired of Bravo and their mess towards African Americans. And I'm sick of it. And the way they displayed Monique on Sunday night and Karen and Ashley, it was distasteful. And I want to go back to part one about that word. Let me say this. It's just like, the Karens in the wild. heard people call them aggressive, and you know, I heard them. I've heard it. I heard people call them aggressive and everything. So, you know, the whole you have to find another word. You mean to tell me because you black, I'm black too, and I'm acting like a ghetto mess, moving mess, just acting kooky and crazy. I'm supposed to get a thesaurus and say instead of me saying aggressive, what can I say? The opposite of calm. She is acting the opposite of calm. She is she is acting the opposite of calm. That's what I gotta say. She is acting the opposite of calm. So I mean, that's just to me that's stupid. You act a certain way, people are gonna call you what they see. So it's just like if I see a Karen out doing something crazy, she's aggressive. She's aggressive. They're acting aggressive. They're acting aggressive. They're acting like a sea monkey. I'm gonna say they're acting like a sea monkey. You know, I don't care what color they are. They're acting like a crazy banshee. I'm gonna say a crazy banshee. Okay, crazy banshee. And I don't care what color they are. If I'm acting like one call me, I call myself. I just act like a crazy nutcase. So I was definitely acting like a crazy nutcase Sunday night watching that show, and I was just like, God, okay, I'm too invested. I need to back up. I literally had to pray. I was just like, oh, I was hot mad. I was highly mad at how they treated Karen and Monique and Ashley, especially Monique. And then that silly question to Karen that he never asked any of the other housewives about her disdain. Now Ramona, not Ramona, but Vicky was talking about her husband don't fill up her love tank. They never hollered that crap out like they made light of it. They made light of your love tank being full now. They made light of that. But to just, like it made it sound disgusting. Like you have a disdain for your husband. Come on now, that woman's working on her marriage, and I pray Karen and Ray marriage work because Ray has to realize that he has a beautiful wife that truly, absolutely loves him. She loves Ray. She loves Ray, and Ray better open up his eyes and see that she truly loves him. She really does, and I'm glad she really, really loves him. She really does. She loves Ray. She loves Ray. She really loves Ray. And you can tell. And Ray better open up his eyes and see that he is a good wife before somebody else, he lose her and somebody else catches that, okay? But it's just I'm so over that episode, and I'm definitely on the bandwagon with Nene and the money bag. I'm definitely Nene and closing out Bravo, shutting down Bravo. I was thinking about money back with somebody else, the other women out to get their money back, but yes, shutting down their money bag. I'm out with Nene. I'm on the board. I'm on the bandwagon with Nene. Closing up Bravo, shutting it down. I'm definitely on that bandwagon. Sign that petition, you all. I'm gonna find that link and link it in my description box. So I'm definitely for that. But as for Mothers Against Violence, take what I just said to heart. There are really serious issues going on out there in the world. And I know one of those petty gals got in your ear and has egged you on to do this and stuff, but who cares? And I'm going to tell you something. Those sponsors not pulling away because they know that's pure entertainment. Now, Andy stood up there and said, we don't condone violence, but you sure did show that fight again. And that, like to me, y'all would have just skipped that part and said, we just gonna discuss it. We're not going to show it. We just going to discuss it because had that been the case, then you all would have never aired it this season. But you knew that's why everybody's gonna really watch. Because if you ask me, the rest of the season was flopped out. God, I was waiting on solely that fight. Okay, they had hyped it up, and they used it, and then now they want to critique her and beat her across the head with it, but yet they used it for the juice to amp up this season. Because the rest of them boring heifers ain't about doing nothing, okay? We wouldn't have watched and tuned in. We all tuned in, be honest. You tuned in to see that wig shift. You did. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I did. I tuned in to see that wig shift, okay? I tuned in to see that wig shift. I tuned in to see William Ray and Karen and Ashley and her new baby. I want to see how she was had become, and motherhood definitely changed her, and I love it. And I'm glad she having another. I was going to say something very petty. I hold that to myself. But yes, I'm glad she's having another. I was going to say something about Candace, but I keep that one to myself. But yes, I was tuning in to see that. Because I sure was not tuning in to see Giselle her line, but woo, her daddy. Now that episode right there, yeah, I love that part. Daddy, go daddy. That was good tea. Yeah, I like because I had said to you all before even. I said cut to the real camera, off camera. Daddy is talking hell about Jamal because he looked uncomfortable. And boom, they got the audio. And I said, that was in my child, my recliner. Like, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew he did. I knew it. I knew he was like, cause I knew he did not care for her. It was funny. I like that. See how Bravo slick. They got that darn audio of Giselle Daddy talking about Jamal. See what I'm talking about? But, they don't condone violence. They love drama. They use that to amp up the season where you shouldn't have aired it. That's what you shouldn't have done. Aired it. You should have just talked about it. But at this point, it's been a year now. I'm sick of talking about it. So they really pissed me off Sunday night. I was just like, who cares? She don't want to apologize, and Candace still in crime mode. Why didn't she just stick sticky notes all over her dress? But she should have had a lot of moments under her breath talking there. If I'm so upset with somebody, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna be over there in my fake mood with my tears, because I'm trying to, set the stage. Actually, literally set the stage for when they get down talking about this fight. I'm already being uh uh crime mode, and I'm want y'all to show me some sympathy because the audience is. I know how people are. The audience ain't gonna too much perceive me if I'm over there running my mouth. And they're gonna be like, she sure ran her mouth all the way up there. That's exactly what the people saying. She ran her mouth all the way up to the part they got to that fight. No, I would have already literally had set the stage, and that I would have been quiet the whole time. And them like, well, you don't have nothing to say? No. And by the time they got to that during fight, I was just bawled in tears and just put on a good show. And then they've been like, oh yeah, this woman is really traumatized, running her mouth and got drugged, got her wig shifted, literally. And she is really upset by this. Okay, Monique, it's time for you to basically just apologize. And maybe Monique would apologize that you just said this. But I mean, I was yeah, I was like, Candace is crazy because she's really over here just running her mouth, blah, 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 and then boom, she all of a sudden in tears. But I'm like, just give her her sticky notes, y'all. Just give her her sticky notes. That's all she needs. Give her a sticky note and a ballpoint pen, and let her write out her feelings. Maybe she needs a little pink frizzly pen like Elle Woods, and just write out her little notes and stick them up around the production room. Just let her stick it up and let her calm down. She'll be okay. Give her sticky notes and a pen. But no, she decided to cry, cry, cry. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna wait and see what other platforms say about it. If they say oh it's worth watching, then I go and watch it um my Fire Stick and Cinema. If not, bunk on that. And I'm gonna tell y'all like. Cinema been on it. Like Cinema had the show ready. No, Cinema, about Cinema on Fire Stick. The show normally come on the day after, but Cinema was like, yeah, we know this drama is all about this tea y'all is going crazy over. So we're gonna go ahead and air these up tonight. So they have been on point with Real Housewives of Potomac. You don't have to see it the next day or till midnight. You actually get to see it the same time everybody else watches. So I was like, wow, okay. Okay, so go ahead, Five Stick Cinema, go ahead, do y'all thing, okay? So yes, I am through with Bravo, honey. I will cancel the app. I will cancel anything with Bravo. Like I said, I'll see what everybody's saying about part three, and then I'll watch part three if it's okay. But if they're going to be ganging up and gaslighting Monique and her husband and Karen again and Ashley, I do not want to see it. And I do not blame Michael Darby. I wouldn't have showed up either. Y'all gonna do but talking about me hitting that man's behind and being in the bed with that woman half naked. I don't want to hear it. So I'm glad Michael said no. I will not be on there today. I will not be on there this year. Maybe next year we have some happy time because they don't, like I said, Michael, you bring the drama for them, but I hope they do get a happier season. But they're gonna find a way to pull apart Ashley, and they trying to make her break. They're trying to make her crack. But Ashley just keep coming with them smooth criminal lies, honey. Ashley be ready for y'all. She be like 10 steps ahead of y'all with the lies. Okay, y'all act, and then her lie fly out. She be like, "I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I knew they were gonna ask this. Yes, it's got common sense anyway. You've been doing this for like 5 seasons, so it's common sense. Yes, no, I did not sleep with her. Okay, yes, I did. Oh, yes, we talked about it. And we're fine. So she be ready for the semantics. She be ready for it. I don't blame her. She be ready for it. And Michael just did not show up. Okay, Michael did not show up. But I'll just wait and see what everybody else saying. Then I tune in to watch and see what this part three will be about. But Mothers Against Violence, please, let's do something real and let's find out what's going on in these homes with these children and how we can get them removed if it comes down to stealing them out of the house. Let's come on with an action plan for that versus coming up with a plan to take Monique off the show. Please leave that alone. That's just pure entertainment, okay? Pure entertainment, all right? For your viewing pleasure. If you do not like the viewing, do not tune in. That's how I see it. So, since you want to get Monique fired, we just want to shut down the whole Bravo. Okay? So take several seats. And somebody say several. Take several seats and sit down. And let's go fight, the good fight of getting these kids out of these homes. If we have to start an underground railroad or something, I'm being serious for these kids in these abusive homes with these parents. And I mean, even grandparents, you all have lost their rights to. They can't even intervene and pull them out. Come on, something is wrong here. Something is twisted. And Mothers Against Violence, you look even more twisted because you're in support of trying to take a lady off a show that basically she had a reason to do what she did. And like I said, once again, it's pure entertainment. But let's fight the good fight, okay? Let's fight a good fight. Let's fight a good fight, okay? And let's try to find out what's going on with these kids behind these closed doors and blinds with these wacko jacko parents that, you know, putting them in boxes and stuff and tying them up and feeding them to pigs and God knows what and killing them. That's what we need. Because there's somebody out there right now as we speak, as I'm talking to you, it is a child, or let me not just say child, it is some children in some deep, serious issues. And we're up here talking about a petty show, that you won't shut down over a fight. It's petty. It's petty. And there are real kids out there right now. Like I can go, all of us, whoever listens to me, you're comfortable. You can go to your uh, bathroom and kitchen free will and get whatever you like out your refrigerator and lay in a nice comfortable bed. But some child right now is being beat, sneaking to get food, eating on stuff that they should not be eating on. This baby was fed feces, you all. Terrell Peterson was fed feces, was told even to his teachers, the teacher was told, do not feed him. And then the little boy was at the head start digging in the garbage can. Come on now. Let's fight a real fight here. Let's see if there's something we can implement. Go to the lawmakers and tell them, look, it's got to be a way for us to get these kids out of this home, even if we start an underground railroad to save these kids out of these abusive homes. But we got to get access to those files that DCF has. Now, DCF will play a dirty, dirty game and say the files are sealed, and they're not, because you cannot seal a file that has been caused, like a death has been caused, or even if a child is going through abuse, that case is open. They cannot seal it. They cannot seal that file. I have been doing my research. They cannot seal that file. They cannot seal that file. If it's an open case, the public has a right to know that that's an open case. We have a right to know that's an open case. So let's get everybody in their own little niche, in their own little area. We get together and work together and find out a way. Like I said, we have to start an underground railroad to save these kids out of these abusive homes. That's something we could be doing. Not sitting up here trying to stop a woman on the show, like petition, yeah, stop this. Don't bring home this show no more. I'm going to go to these sponsors. Them sponsors got sense and they're not listening to you. They're not going to listen to you. You're a group of women. Okay? Just take that and let that marinate in your mind. Okay? You're a group of women that's going to a group of men, a group of Jewish men, to tell them to stop a show, to stop someone from being on the show. Not gonna happen, okay? Okay, it's not gonna happen. So that is all I have to say. This is my line. Like I said, this is my first line. I don't know what I'm doing, child. I'm just on here talking. But anywho, if you like what you see here on this channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and click like. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and click like. Okay, now I got to find out what I do next.